Joe Biden appears to be setting up a brilliant plan to completely ambush Donald Trump, and I want to talk about it with you. There's an interesting Daily Beast article by Jake LaHoot called "The Biden Campaign is Quietly Preparing a Trump Ambush," adding the ingredients for a Biden comeback are falling into place at a moment in the 2024 campaign when Trump is mired in legal and financial problems. Let me give you the elements of this. The election season started with Joe Biden and historically low approval ratings. In polling in individual battleground states, I told you some time ago, Biden was trailing Donald Trump. Biden was trailing Donald Trump in national polling as well. And you had some on the left openly saying Biden's got to be replaced. This guy is going to lose. There's no way he can win. His age, his campaign's viability, his ability to make the case that he's had successes. It's all terrible. But things have slowly started to change. We are seeing improvements in those battleground state polls. We are seeing Biden's approval rating go up. All signals that Biden may be surging, that is. He had a very solid State of the Union address, which changed the minds of many Americans from thinking the country was going in the wrong direction after seeing the speech to thinking the country is now going in the right direction. And since the State of the Union address, and I saw inklings of this in my off-the-record meeting with VP Kamala Harris in D.C. on the day of the State of the Union address, Biden and Harris and the campaign are adopting a more combative approach. They're going directly after Trump. They're going directly after the losses caused by MAGA, like, for example, the loss in the Alabama House race that we talked about from Tuesday. And so the Biden campaign now is seeing this really translate into results, not only in polling, but in these insane fundraising numbers. I believe campaign finance is broken. I want public financing of election with limited election periods. We don't have that, and we can still use donations as a proxy to voter enthusiasm. And Joe Biden raised $53 million in February. He has roughly $100 million to $120 million advantage in cash on hand over Donald Trump. These are cuckoo numbers. And so this gets us now to the strategy for what may be a forthcoming ambush. The Biden campaign is going to start leveraging its financial lead to focus on travel, organizing, hitting battleground states and media blitzes in those states. The early voter mobilization aspect of the campaign, with Biden visiting the major battleground states, is going to go directly at, we know exactly where we need to win in order to, remember, Biden doesn't have to do better than 2020. He won 2020 with a significant electoral vote margin. He just has to do that well. And on the other side, you see what Trump's up to. The Trump campaign, not very active. Trump staying at Mar-a-Lago, winning trophies handed out by his own golf clubs for golfing, going from courthouse to courthouse, and his first trial is set to start in just a couple of weeks. The Trump campaign is downplaying the need to do the sort of organizing that Joe Biden is starting to do. But they're going to have to do something here because Biden's polling is improving. His fundraising is off the charts, and it really shows the Trump vulnerabilities that are going on here. So a couple other things. We do not yet know the degree to which Trump is going to be hampered in his ability to campaign once the trials start. With the trial starting April 15th, Trump has to be in court, from what I most recently read, unless something changes. Trump has to be in court 4 weeks. I guess they have Wednesday off, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, morning to afternoon, like a roughly 9 to 5 day. Trump has to be in court, and he's supposed to be campaigning during this time. So there is a really good trajectory here for Joe Biden to launch this ambush on Trump, and it may get very ugly for Trump. But at the same time, just because I'm reporting this to you, we have to remember that complacency got us to where we are today. Complacency about, I don't know that Hillary's really better than Trump. I might stay home. I might dabble in writing someone in. Well, that got us Trump, 3 Supreme Court picks, and subsequently the overturning of Roe v. Wade, gutting of voting rights, and so many other disasters. So the complacency is not the takeaway. None of this is an invitation to stay home unless you vote by mail, in which case feel free to fill out your ballot from home and mail it in. The bottom line is super simple. The visions presented by 4 more years of Biden or another 4 years of Trump couldn't be more different. Biden's been a fine president. Many things have gone well. The country is obviously so much better off than it was when Trump left. On the other hand, the alternative is Trump. One of the ugliest, not physically, but rhetorically and in terms of what he represents, one of the ugliest candidates we've ever seen, left the country as a laughingstock. And we need to make sure that this is the message that's getting out. The competing visions couldn't be more different. And let's hope that in addition to a Biden reelection, we get some consequences for the people who did those horrible things when Trump was president, one of whom I want to talk about next. If you've been thinking about getting a new mattress, Helix Sleep is where I would start. I've been sleeping on Helix mattresses for years now. I recommend Helix to everyone, which is why I wanted them as a sponsor. If you don't want to take my word for it, Helix has been awarded #1 mattress by both GQ and Wired magazine. And one of the things that makes Helix unique is their sleep quiz. I didn't really know what kind of mattress would be best for me, but you do this short sleep quiz. You answer questions about your body type and your preferences, what position you like to sleep in, and Helix will match you with the perfect mattress for you. So you know you're actually getting something tailored to your needs instead of going in blind like most people do. I got my Helix mattress designed to stay cool at night since I hate getting hot while I sleep. Shipping is always free. You get 100 nights to decide whether you like it. My audience gets a huge 20% discount off of all orders, plus 2 free pillows. Go to helixsleep.com/Pacman and enter code HelixPartner20 at checkout. The link is down below.